Everyone in this day and age want to make a good deal, want to put a good deal on the table. Doesn't matter if you want to sell more and put better offers on the table for your clients. It doesn't matter whether you're recruiting and you're building a team and you want to put a great deal on the table for new team members or employees or virtual assistants. Doesn't matter where you're seeking investors and you want to put a good offer or deal on the table for them to buy into. So today I'm going to share with you some of the magic around doing a three-dimensional deal. So many people go out there and do deals and they make it a one-dimensional deal. And I call it a one-dimensional deal because they focus only on one aspect of the deal. And most of the time what they do focus on is the monetary value that you can provide to a person. So the conversation starts, it doesn't matter whether you're selling a product or a service, or whether you're putting a deal on the table for investors, or whatever deal you're putting on the table, the conversation centers around money, monetary value, how your deal can potentially make money or save people money. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually a very good start when you're making deals to actually have the monetary discussion. Many times when I work with clients and I'm helping them to actually access boardrooms and corporate markets, that's the element that's missing. That's the element of the deal that's missing. There's no monetary value in the deal. The person that you're talking with can't see how you're going to potentially save the money or make the money. But just talking about the monetary value is not enough, because that makes your deal a one-dimensional deal, and we want to get your deal to be a three-dimensional deal. So if you have a pen and paper ready, and you want to make some notes, maybe do that, pause the video and then just come back. So if you've got a pen and paper now in front of you, just draw three circles in front of you. And in the first circle, you put a dollar sign or whatever currency you want to use, and that represents the monetary value that you insert in your deal when you're putting something out there for a client or for an investor or for a team member or even a spouse if you want to. The second part, the second dimension of your deal is social value. So in the second circle, you can put a smiley face or you can put a stick figure of a human being, but your deal needs to have social value in it as well. Or you maybe want to you call it the fact that you're actually sharing a story that really touches people's hearts deeply. Or you can say that the social value of your deal is represented by a sense of belonging. So for example, you can sit and do business or get into a deal with a CEO. You talk to the CEO about the fact that you're going to make the money, you're going to save the money, and they're really impressed, but they're not necessarily going to remember you. They're probably going to remember you on the part of the deal that has that social value in it, that sense of belonging, that story that you bring to the table, because that's the part of the deal that touches on the emotions. So you want to build something in there like, if we do this deal together, this is how it's going to make you feel, this is how it's going to make you belong, this is how it's going to connect you with other people. And now you're in two dimensions of your deal, the second part of it. Now we move on to the third part of putting a very, very good three-dimensional deal on the table. And this part is called technology. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about hardware or software. I'm talking about putting something on the table that can be broken down into easy, digestible, biteable steps that the person who you're making the deal with can easily understand. Why is this important? This is important because the brain is not necessarily built for change. The brain is actually built to resist change. So because of that, what happens is you end up to be too smart for the people that you make your deals with. Why am I saying this? I'm saying it because if you're listening to this video today, you probably have some sort of skill or expertise that you go and sell to people. You may be a consultant in the area of human resources, maybe you're good in IT, maybe you're good in graphic design, maybe you're good in branding, maybe you're an advocate to help people with intellectual property, maybe you're a broker. So whatever expertise you give to people, maybe you're a CEO of a huge company. You putting a deal on the table usually consists of information and specialities that the person on the other side of the table who's doing the deal with you have no idea about. So because of that, what happens is the person that you're dealing with listen to the information you provide, and they become resistant to it because they actually have no idea what you're talking about. So you are proposing to them a deal that's going to take them from A to B, yet they can't see it yet because it's all in your head, it's not in their head. So the technology part of the deal is the system, it's the intellectual property, it is the A to Z, or the step 1 to 7 that you're going to follow in order to get them from A to B. So let's recap quickly. If you put a good deal on the table for a person, it has to be 3-dimensional, not only 1-dimensional. That means you want the deal to have monetary value in there, you want the deal to have social value in there, help the person who you're making the deal with to feel a sense of belonging, and lastly, it has to have some sort of technology, system or science in there that shows the person who you're dealing with exactly the steps that's going to be followed in order to get them from A to B.